Westborough EDC meeting to order for the month of July 2025. I want to welcome everyone to our July meeting. Summertime for sure. We are starting a new fiscal year with we're going to welcome Eslam and Danny on the screen there, and Karen Chapman, Fred Leonardo, Dave Bagden, Laura Crawford. So thank you all for coming. We're excited about our agenda for today. We've got, everyone had the agenda. I want to first approve the minutes from June 3rd, 2025. Is there any questions about the minutes from last month?
Motion to approve the minutes.
Seconded.
Leonardo, yes.
Chapman, yes.
Bagden, yes.
Coker, yes.
Lepman, yes.
Mayor, yes.
Actually, Mayor, you got to abstain. Were you here last? Yeah, whatever.
No.
Okay. So meetings are approved for June 2025. Great. Thank you. Today we have Com Intharath from, he's the CEO of Compound Effect, and he is here today to discuss AI literacy for the town. AI has become a pretty big, obviously a pretty big technology now. So Com is here as our local expert to kind of talk about what we can do to help our businesses and companies leverage AI in a way that helps them grow their businesses. So welcome, Com. Come on up.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks for having me. All right.
Do you want to say a little bit about who you are and like?
Yes.
Kind of
So my name is Com Intharath. I'm the CEO of Compound Effect. I've been doing growth strategies for businesses from VC-backed companies, startups, all the way to mid-market for about 20 years. So covering aspects of like marketing, sales, client experience, operations, innovation, and digital transformation. With the boom of AI that's really been more popularized in the last couple of years, I've been focusing a lot of that on literacy and helping businesses really strategize around how to budget around AI implementation, because today it's not just a tool, it's a piece of infrastructure, just like how the discovery of internet. So a lot of businesses are really trying to navigate what's happening with AI, and I just want to make sure that we're bringing our community here in Westborough up to speed, and we're ensuring that everyone has a chance to feel comfortable around this.
And you live locally and have kids in the school system?
Yes, I live here in Westborough, and I have 4 kids. And I'm very active in the community. I volunteer my time at the Westborough Youth Soccer Program. So all the signage that you see in town, that's me putting that up around town. And I just want to find ways to give back and making sure that we're helping each other as fellow community members.
Thank you.
What I hear often is that people feel like we're getting behind or running a little bit behind with AI, but no one's ever behind. It's always new. Even for myself, learning it every day. And I just want to make sure that today I can answer any questions that you guys might have, that, maybe for yourself, but also what you think you're hearing from business owners. Next slide, please. So a lot of the benefits and results that people are looking for when it comes to AI is like what I hear the most is productivity. How can we save more time, especially when it comes to hiring people? It's like, can we augment some of the work? I'm having a tough time finding, additional help from entry level all the way to senior level. Can AI do some of those roles and responsibilities? If you follow the news, you might be seeing a lot of folks, CEOs are laying off people, unfortunately, right? Because they're leveraging AI. So we want to make sure that we're empowering people to make sure they are marketable because they are comfortable and they are confident in using AI. What we're also seeing is companies who are using AI properly, they're improving their revenue. I had an HR director come up to me and say, Com, there was this one person, every time we ask her to do something, it would always be a struggle. Now we ask her to do something, she's more happy to just do it, because the mental burden, removing some of those tedious tasks, freed up her time to provide value in her skill set. So now she's happy to take on new tasks. So just seeing like positive impact across the board, productivity, revenue, culture, and just happiness. Next slide. So what does AI look like today? So this is an example of an avatar of myself. I'll go ahead and play it.
Hi there, I'm your Synthesia personal avatar. Did you know I speak many other languages? Por ejemplo, este soy yo hablando español. これは私が日本語で話しているところです。Je peux aussi parler français. Incroyable, n'est-ce pas? Ready to make your own video in any of 30 plus languages? Click the new video button to get started.
That's just a snippet of like when even at the youth soccer program, we're trying to figure out how to communicate with other families who speak multiple languages, and like this is a tool that you can get for $30. So like think about, there's so many use cases when you can create avatars to just better communicate, but also create content at scale, so you don't have to be in front of a camera crew. That's my own avatar. I know that there's a lot of news around deepfakes and et cetera, but I think it's about using it properly and legally and not using it for things that are inappropriate. Onboarding, training, I mean, there's just so many applications by having that. Next slide.
Hi there, I'm your...
One thing I did for you here as a group, if you can take your phones, you can take a bring up this QR code. If you have ChatGPT, great. If not, it will bring up a free version for you. So I built this assistant for each of you here. It took me 20 minutes. I went to the website, the EDC website. I uploaded all your PDF documents that you have. So now this is a resource to be an assistant for you, right? So think about all the questions that you have and your responsibilities as a staff member of the EDC. Once you have it up, feel free to just ask it a question. And I'm curious to get your feedback on how do you think it is responding
From
to.
that angle.
Yeah, it didn't come through.
Do you have it up, Laura?
They gotta get closer, I think.
Oh, are you?
Sorry.
Yes, okay.
That angle is tough.
Mine didn't open.
Yeah, mine didn't load either.
It says not found.
Did any of you get it to open? Because I know they're trying. No? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You know what? I will.
AI failed. No.
All right, I'll bring it up. What question would you have if using this as an assistant for yourself?
How do we attract more businesses to Westborough?
Okay, I'm asking it here. How do I attract more businesses to Westborough? Okay, so first bullet says streamlining permitting and approvals, promote the business one-stop service, and then it referenced the business guide on page 5 to 6, which offers coordinated fast-track consultations with permitting departments. The next one is market key assets, Westborough's prime location, commuter rail, proximity to Boston Worcester, affordability, use the data points from the business guide, and promote updated zoning and sustainability incentives, the town's revised bylaws. It says Vantage article, improve downtown appeal, work with property owners to leverage the design guidelines for signage and historic charm to create a more walkable, vibrant, and welcoming downtown. And the list goes on, and then it has all the different references for like business resource guide, zoning and planning regulations, town meeting zoning articles.
Great,
So,
nice.
it's just a quick example of like leveraging a tool to help you, just work a little bit smarter than harder. Next slide. What I'm proposing is either having by every 2 months or quarterly some type of practical online, actually either virtual or in-person workshop to help folks in town, businesses, upskill, and really understand how to use this that's relevant to their role in their companies. I've seen a lot of success doing workshops specifically just for like leaders and executives, or marketing departments specifically, or sales departments, operational departments. That way they walk away from there with real life examples that they can take that day, versus doing like a very broad version, because then everyone has different needs and wants. And then people bring their own versions if they're using Gemini, ChatGPT, whatever AI they use, it's all relevant and practical. And the feedback I've gotten so far, some folks have saved up to 10 hours a week. Other people, minimum at least 2 hours a week on what they're doing on a day-to-day for work. All right. Next slide. So please ask any questions that you may have.
So are you looking at doing that as a community service kind of thing, at the library, or, what
Yeah.
What are your thoughts
Happy to
around that?
donate, an hour to 90 minutes, and whatever location will be convenient for people.
Question? No? Question? Anything? Laura, any questions? Islam, do you have a question?
Thank you for the presentation. Thank you.
Yeah, awesome.
I mean,
yeah.
sorry. I just want to say thank you. I think that when you and I spoke, right, we went through sort of a lot of different kinds of scenarios in which we could utilize AI. And a lot of those that you described, I was like, whoa, sounds so like nothing I have ever thought about, right? So I think that there is, when you start digging in, there are a lot of opportunities to utilize this tool, as you called it, rather than it be more of a scary, it's going to take over my world kind of thing, right?
Yeah, just using it safely. There's a study from McKinsey, like over 70% of people are already bringing tools into the workplace, but employers aren't aware, so they're uploading proprietary information. They don't really have any upskilling. I think for enterprise, it's like over 95% adoption. Mid-market, it's like over 70, and for small businesses, it's 5%. And the biggest challenge for them is 95% are saying they have an upskilling training problem. But the mid-market and enterprises are paving the way, so we see the trickle-down effect. So we just gotta help some of the small businesses get up to speed, so that they can be competitive. But yeah, it's very easy to use. My wife yesterday was asking me, how do I upload this PDF? I need to. She works in the medical side, and it was over 100-something pages. But the AI was giving her wrong guidance, saying that you can't read PDFs. I said, oh, yes, I can. And I showed her how to do it, and then I gave her another tool to use, and it was able to give her the output that she's looking for. But a lot of it just comes down to proper training on it.
So for small, especially the small businesses and the mid-sized businesses that we work with here, are you thinking that kind of working with these businesses and helping them to utilize it to become more profitable? Like Allison, right? So small business, Lindsay Taylor Spa behind you. Is there ways that she can leverage that to help her business grow and flourish? I think that's really what our mission is to help our smaller businesses and our medium-sized businesses, with the tools and the education that they need in order to grow. So, what would that look like as far as helping them? What would that look like? What would the class look like, or what would the time look like?
The sessions I have the similar framework, so it's really adaptable to industry type, department type, or business size. So usually it's either learning how to build an AI assistant, like I just showed you there. It takes me 20 minutes. So I just facilitate that in 1 hour. They walk out of there with their own assistant. Another one is uncovering AI use case. So if someone doesn't want to do building an assistant, it's like, well, how do I create an AI workflow to get better, just saving time? So those are the two that I just interchangeably do. For example, for if it's like spas and smaller business, I would have 10 to 15 or so, owners or leaders in that organization. And it's great because it's a cohort. So everyone's kind of learning from each other. And then they walk out of there with very similar, they're running into the same thing. They're wearing several hats, right? So how do we remove some of those challenges, like managing all these different roles? What's the lowest hanging fruit of what's taking up the most time for repetitive tasks? And then once they see it, they're applying it right away. They're asking and testing the AI assistant, and it learns your skill sets. It learns your business, because you can train it pretty quickly. So you're going to see right away if not just the owners will see right away kind of ways to leverage AI, and it's a skill. Once they do that, then they can use that same exact skill that they learned from multiple things. So when they leave there, they feel more confident to do more. And I don't have to keep facilitating. The goal is to enable people to just be very comfortable and do it safely.
Great, thank you. Any other questions, comments? Thank you so much for
Right.
coming in.
Thank you.
Appreciate that.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, next up is we've got 2 business assistant grants. First one is the Craft Lab Westborough, and that is Leah, I believe. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you this morning?
I'm great. I'm a little bit nervous.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you right now, just take a deep breath. We're just human beings, just like everybody else. So everyone's always so nervous. If Todd was sitting here, you would be, but you're fine. You go ahead.
I'm Leon Amaris, owner and founder of Craft Lab Westborough, a community maker space for teens and adults. Our studio is at street level of 3 Summer Street, right off of the Westborough Rotary. I've lived in Westborough for 8 years, and my son will be in 6th grade at Mill Pond. We live on Charles Street. We're the purple house with the green trim. We have a very wild garden if you walk down Charles Street. We have lilies that are like this tall. To tell you a little bit about myself, I've been producing interdisciplinary art for over 25 years. My background includes work as a college professor of new media arts in Colorado. I was an adult programs coordinator at the Brooklyn Museum, and I was a producer of street fairs and art events in San Francisco. And for the last 15 years, I've been a marketing and communications professional in emerging tech, including video games, digital art, and AI. And I have a lot of ideas on how to use AI for small businesses specifically. Downtown is really charming. I love walking downtown, and there's a real potential for it to become a destination, not just for folks walking from home or school, but for those driving in as well. However, things close down early, and there are very few places where people can spend time outside of eating, drinking, or shopping. I saw an opportunity for something new. I was really inspired by Cha-Cha Beans and then also Seed to STEM, seeing these new businesses coming in where people were really, like, their destinations. My vision was for a welcoming community space downtown with open doors, later hours, and creative exploration for adults. A shared space that's intergenerational, screen-free, alcohol-free, inclusive, and really fun for grown-ups. Craft Lab offers a wide range of art and craft experiences, sewing, 3D printing, paper crafts, painting, and adult coloring. Guests can drop in for a day, become monthly members, or attend instructor-led workshops in a warm, casual studio. Craft Lab serves our community by offering affordable access to quality tools, supplies, and instruction, creating a safe and affirming space for teens, adults, seniors, BIPOC, and LGBTQ community members. We are supporting mental wellness through hands-on creativity, a sense of accomplishment, encouraging creativity, stress release, and screen-free entertainment. We're encouraging intergenerational connections and skill sharing. We're providing local artists and instructors with income opportunities and partnering with nearby small businesses to boost local engagement and foot traffic. To date, I've invested $8,000 of my own savings to get Craft Lab up and running, and I expect to invest another $15,000 in improvements. The business assistant grant would help fund critical upgrades, including electrical fixtures, a window installation, which was already supported by the landlord and has actually already gone through much of the process that will be slightly different when I resurrect that, and a platform riser to improve visibility for classes and events. The community response to Craft Lab has been really strong and filled with excitement. 6 local instructors have already reached out to teach, and nearly 100 people have signed up already for my newsletter, which has all been through word of mouth. Receiving this grant would accelerate Craft Lab's growth at a critical early stage. With your support, I can complete essential upgrades to make this space more accessible, functional, and welcoming. This investment builds on real momentum. Neighbors are signing up, instructors are stepping forward, and there's a clear appetite for what Craft Lab offers. Your support would help turn that early excitement into long-term sustainability and impact. Thank you for considering.
Great presentation. That's exciting, really exciting. So take a deep breath now, you're done. Okay, good. Yeah. Does anybody have any questions?
Where's the location going to be? Where's the location going to be?
It's 3 Summer Street.
Summer Street.
It's in the old Vivacity location right next to Valari's.
That's great.
When you say later hours, what do you mean by that?
Yes. I mean, we're having later hours like up until 11 o'clock. So Saturday night lab will be open crafting hours 7 to 11. We'll also be offering classes after hours, so like 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. classes. And then depending on depending on community need and desire, looking to stay open later. And you know, as a we don't know when creativity is going to strike or when somebody wants a place to go in the evening hours and wants to just have a place to be. That's not necessarily sitting at a bar or a restaurant or something like that, and just getting crafty. So. 10 p.m. to 11, 10 p.m., 11 p.m., depending on the response from the community.
And you talk about becoming a destination, so advertising outside and getting people driving business into town.
Oh, absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. So it's definitely. I mean, my goal was to find a place that was in walking distance of the high school, and that was really a goal for me. But absolutely, looking to other people in nearby communities and collaborating with them, of course. And then also, I have so many ideas for creative events that all of downtown businesses could participate in. My experience with producing street fairs and block parties, art events, things like that. I just think there's a lot of opportunity to get lots of different businesses who maybe never would have even considered getting crafty and artsy, and being able to do that through the studio and then spilling out into the streets.
I love your enthusiasm. Eslam or Shelby, Danny, Jenny, anyone have any questions? Hi, Shelby. Yep, gotcha.
Hi, good morning. Sorry I'm joining late, just coming from a select board meeting. Leanne, congratulations. Have been following your work on Facebook and I'm very excited. Love the idea. So thanks for being an innovative entrepreneur and choosing Westborough as your location to start. Appreciate the grant committee's work on this, fully supportive of it. I did want to just kind of make a note, Leanne, just so you know, as you kind of expand your business and offer kind of extended hours, I know some businesses kind of when they're doing adult things, they're offering kind of like a create and sip type of thing. Just make sure you're working with the town manager's office to get the necessary approvals, as well as Board of Health if there's any sort of food, that kind of thing. So I just wouldn't want you to be doing something with best of intentions and not understand that there are processes around that.
Yes, absolutely. I have definitely already spoken with Laura a bit about that. At this time, we don't have any intention of doing anything with alcohol. It really is like non-alcoholic drinks of equal appeal and mocktails or things like that. So, but yes.
No, that's great. I just didn't want you to get kind of like, again, you kind of get ahead of your skis and excited and then be like, oh, I need that approval. So again, welcome and congratulations.
Thank you so much.
So you've spent quite a bit of money so far. Pretty good investment. Awesome. Great. Anyone else have any questions? Fred?
I just had a comment if I could. So one of the things the town is working on is zoning downtown, and one of the suggestions is to add like a maker's space specifically, and this would fit well into that kind of concept for downtown.
Awesome. Great.
So that's great.
That's really great to hear.
Jenny, I heard you.
Yeah, I was actually going to say something very similar to Fred. So
Sorry.
a lot of the feedback, no, it's fine. from the downtown plan that we did last year and that we continue to do, a lot of the feedback on the zoning was that people wanted to see a space exactly like this. So I'm really excited to hear that you're opening a space like this, because I think the public, the feedback was that they really wanted to see something like this, and so I think that's excellent.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think one of the things that well, I've got granddaughters who are 9 and 7, and some of their friends are learning how to sew, and kind of some of that stuff's all kind of coming back. I think parents now are thinking we need to get away from the screen. So I love this idea. So thank you very much for your presentation.
Thank you.
I also just want to mention the Cultural Council has just created an art council, public art committee,
Thanks,
excuse
Maureen.
me. And the person back there.
Excellent. Very excited.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's great. That's
I'm
great.
sorry,
Yeah,
if
no.
I may.
Yeah, of course.
One other thing, I'll have you work with Lara on this too. One of the things we developed, well, we didn't really develop it, the LRP suggested that we have like nighttime pop-ups and things like that.
Yeah.
So that kind of leads into that strategy. So that's another thing to try to make downtown more active after 6 o'clock at night or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
So that's a good strategy as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is one of our challenges with the committee is that, or downtown, I should say, is that we're trying to bring things in which will draw people. And that is, you can't mandate to the landlords, oh, you can't put this type of business or that type of business. So your eye towards creativity, community building, all that is in line with what we're trying to achieve. So it's excellent.
Awesome. Great. Well, thank you. You can have a seat. And we'll...
Sandy?
Yes.
Sandy,
yes.
can I just make a note for the record? I think Leanne said the address was 3 Summer. I believe it's 5 on the application. I just didn't want there to be confusion for the record.
Gotcha.
Oh yeah, it's 3-5 is how the landlord refers to it, and then it's 5 in the system.
Gotcha. Okay. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Thank
Thanks.
you.
Good eye, Shelby. All right. We have Liz. Come on up from the Polished Pup, which I need to bring my dog. So, yeah.
Good morning. Thank you. My name's Elizabeth Dumas. I own Polished Pup Grooming downtown in the heart of Westborough, right at the Rotary. I love it there. I'm proud to tell you that I'm just celebrating my first year serving the local community with compassionate one-on-one care. And I use the highest quality products available. My mission is to provide dogs and their owners with a stress-free, safe, and premium dog grooming experience. Every appointment is tailored to the individual needs of the dog, ensuring comfort, cleanliness, and a calm environment. Polished Pup's one-on-one luxury experience offers a unique value proposition that differentiates it from traditional facilities located in nearby towns where I just do one dog at a time. It's a very stress-free environment without cages. To maintain an elevated standard of excellence and continue to meeting growing client demands, I respectfully request funding to help improve the salon's operation, efficiency, and safety. And I have handouts on the items that I'm requesting.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Oh, I was saying one.
So the first item would be a ventless washer dryer combo. So right now, I currently transport all my towels home every day for laundering and in my personal washer and dryer at home. And it's just not sustainable. My current washer cannot handle the capacity of all my personal clothes plus the towels. So this would allow for a separate independent washer and dryer machine dedicated strictly for salon usage. The next item would be an Aeolus stand dryer for dogs. This is for drying the dogs, and it would replace like an aging secondhand one that I'm currently using. The newer model is also quieter and energy efficient. The next item's a dehumidifier. This would also replace the dehumidifier I took from my house that can't handle the capacity of the salon. I also put in for an air purifier. This would improve the air quality at the salon. Since it's an old building, there's really no ventilation. And the next item would be a Prima bathing system. This is an upgraded bathing system, and it's super energy efficient. It allows me to bathe the dogs without having to wet them first. The shampoo is mixed with water, so it leads to a lot less water usage than I would normally be using. So these upgrades will improve the health and safety of the space and allow me to continue delivering premium services while reducing operational strain and ensuring a more professional and sustainable work environment. As a solo woman-owned business and the only dog grooming provider in our town, your support would directly contribute to the well-being of our community's pets and the longevity of a local-owned small business. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
For your consideration.
Yeah, absolutely. Eslam, Danny, Shelby, Jenny, any questions, comments? Great presentation.
Thank you.
Karen, Fred?
Very good.
Dave?
I didn't realize you're the only dog groomer in this town, so needed service. Yep.
Well, bootstrapping, that's what it's all about, right? You start with your own personal stuff, and you're like, wait a minute, I got, as we all know, some of us that have been doing that. Laura, do you have any questions? Any questions?
No, I'll just say that Liz has been a very active business owner in the community and always participates in our outside, activities. And I can also attest to how humid it gets in her space.
Well, congratulations on making it the year and being here and really contributing to the community. We really do appreciate it.
Thank you. I love it here.
Oh, good. I'm glad. Great. Awesome.
Thanks.
All right. You have a seat. All right. So they both have the grant requests for a polished pup is $48,6224. It's a grant request for the polished pup, and for Craft Lab, we are looking at $5,000 as a request for that. Both individuals have contributed a significant amount of money out of pocket for their own businesses. So we have two requests there. Any discussion? Eslam, anyone online? Discussions? No? Seeing yes? Any? Okay. Does anyone want to make any motions? Individual, yeah, please.
I'll start with making a motion
Oh,
for.
go ahead, Karen.
Go ahead, Karen.
Oh, sorry. I make a motion that we approve Craft Lab for the amount, is it nearly $5,000?
Yeah, it's 48.
Yeah, nearly $5,000.
I'll second that.
Fred, you have a question?
Craft Lab was for
Five.
5,000,
It
wasn't it?
is for 5,000.
5,000.
Oh, it is, okay. I was
No,
looking at
the
the.
other one was for a little under 5,000.
I was
Okay.
looking at the application.
Just want to make sure we get
Yep.
the amounts right.
For $5,000.
Yes.
I'm making a motion to approve $5,000 for Craft Lab.
I'll second the 5,000 motion.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah, I'm good. Leonardo, yes.
Chapman, yes.
Bagden, yes.
Coker, yes. Eslam?
Marshall, yes.
Danny?
Jingles, yeah.
Mayor, yes.
Okay, motion is approved for Craft Lab, $5,000. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
We're so excited. All right, somebody want to make a motion for the polished pup?
Yeah, I would make a motion to approve the, the exact amount, 4,800 and,
Keep talking.
Keep talking.
Keep talking. 48, 62, 24.
The 48, 62,
24.
24. I'd make a motion to approve that amount for Polished Pup.
Seconded.
Leonardo, yes.
Chapman, yes.
Bagden, yes.
Coker, yes.
And yes.
Eslam, yes. Shelby?
Mary,
Marshall,
yes.
yes.
Mary, yes. Jenny?
Jingers, yes.
Okay, great. Awesome. Motion is approved for 4862.24 for the Polished Pup. Congratulations to you both. And thank you for bringing such great things to our town. We really do appreciate it. And you can get in touch with Lar when you are ready to go. All right. That feels good on a Tuesday morning. Okay. Next up on the agenda is the EDC structure that we've been kind of chit-chatting about a little bit. Hopefully everyone had a chance to kind of look at that and go over the roles and things like that. I know we have how many? We have one seat open here.
We have one seat. We have one seat open, and if I'm not mistaken, there is an applicant who will be in front of the select board July 22nd.
Okay, great, perfect. Okay.
If I may, Sandy, Mike Carroll is that applicant, and we had a session right before this, which is why I was late, and he was approved by the select board.
Thank you.
And he's a president and CFO of Boston Sports and Tennis.
Oh, great. Okay, awesome. Okay. Perfect. It's the ski place too, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's next
Awesome.
to Ted's.
Yeah. So, well, that's great news. So talking about how we want to get the most out of this committee, we wanted to kind of like, if you guys had thought about what roles you wanted to take, so there's some of the roles that we suggested, was the EDC Awards event planning, 2 to 3 people for that committee and someone to chair that. A liaison with the ambassadors, Maureen, who was just here, and Allison, Pete and Jennifer as well. A liaison to Westborough Connects and the other civic groups that we partner with. A liaison to the business grants in conjunction with Laura. Marketing to the town, a spokesperson, which is obviously going to be me for the EDC, and a staff liaison, which I think is me to the EDC as well. So, is anyone up for taking on the chair role for the EDC Awards?
Staring at me.
I think so.
She was staring at you.
Sandy, do we have, I apologize, do you have that electronically? I know you handed it out. Sure. I don't have the papers in front of me, so I apologize.
No problem. Let me send that over to you guys.
If I'm the only one, I'm sorry if I'm really slacking.
You're good. You're good.
All right, so Karen, you said you would take on the role.
I voluntold, yes.
I'll put that in the
I'm
minutes.
glad to jump back on that committee myself.
Thank you.
Okay, great.
Does everybody have all of Holly's notes that they can forward to me?
I can get all that for you, yes. Yeah, for sure. And then we need a liaison. So we need a liaison to the ambassador committee as well. So anyone up in the screen, Shelby, Eslam, or Danny, to kind of work with the ambassadors on the work that Laura and I have been doing.
Could you, again, that's why I was asking for the document, could you just summarize the expectation of that, please?
Sure. So we're working with, we want to have the ambassador committee to be, sorry, I'm just doing 2 things at once.
Sorry.
No worries. We want to, right now, Laura and I have been working with the ambassadors to help define their role a little bit more and do more outreach to the community. We've split up the town in different sections, so each ambassador has different sections to go to and just kind of touch base with the community on, on the grants, on kind of what's going on in town. Maybe if we decide to do an AI kind of thing once a year or something along those lines, it's really just to kind of help to keep the ambassadors engaged and helping us spread our word to people in town. So I just sent that to you, Shelby.
Yep, I'm just pulling it up right now.
Okay.
Hang on 1 second.
And also, just to add to that, Shelby, I can send you, there's ambassador like job description and things along those lines as well, if that's an area of interest for you.
Yeah.
Yep, let me just,
We also have ambassadors who do beautification, the downtown beautification, Allison and
Yep.
Maureen specifically.
Awesome.
yeah, so Sandy, the remaining places you're looking for help with are what?
Yep, so the liaison with Westborough Connects and the other groups, like the Lions Club, Rotary Club, and et cetera. A liaison to the business assistant grant, so once Laura gets a grant, just one of us touching base with one of the, with the companies, just to, make sure that they feel good about the projects. Marketing the town, I think that's going to be all of us. There's going to be, we all have that role of marketing the EDC and what we do to that town. So I think that should be a role that we all kind of take on. So really, it's the liaison with the ambassadors, the civic groups, and then the liaison with the business assistance grants. And the key here is, right now the committee has not been we meet once a month. I think it's really important for all of us to have some roles and feel good about what we're doing here when we meet together. So,
Laura, who's coordinating with the ambassadors now?
Sandy has been doing everything.
Okay.
So this was just a chance to diversify.
So,
And do the business grant assistant.
What's that? The grant
The
assistance?
business grant assistant.
Okay.
Yeah.
That would be fantastic. Okay, great. Thank you, Aslam.
thanks, Eslam.
Perfect.
Yeah, I can do the liaison to ambassadors, and Cindy can bring me up to speed on that. That'd be great.
Okay. Is that, well, I'm just going to ask you, Shelby, because I know you so well. I know you're really involved with Westborough Connects and everything else. Is that more of your wheel, like inside of your day-to-day kind of activities?
I'm happy to help wherever, so I don't want to, if someone else wants to take on the ambassadors or we want to share that role, being that it's been split up, I don't recall how many ambassadors we have. I'll do whatever you want, and yes, I'm happy to be the civic connection in lieu of that.
I mean, I think that's a really good suggestion on Sandy's part, because you do have all those affiliations. Just my seat of the pants view is that maybe Laura should be the liaison with the ambassadors, because it's kind of an official capacity of the board.
Well, I'm always staff to all of this, right? So
Right,
it's more, it is to connect the committee also with the work. So I'm there to support no matter what.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Laura will be involved with all the committees as a staff support for everybody. So we're just trying to make sure that what we're doing is contributing.
Can I nominate Danny for ambassadors?
Danny?
He might not be able to.
Yeah,
He left,
yeah.
we scared him.
Yeah, I know. Well, yeah.
His mic's off. All in favor?
So for now,
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Stare at him, Sandy.
So, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can.
we can hear you,
Can
Danny.
you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So glad to help out. I just don't know when they meet, where they meet, how that works.
Yeah. So we can pick them. We meet on the Thursdays, but those are subject to change. This is new for all of us. We're all learning these different roles. So whatever
Does it meet
works.
after hours? Does it meet during the day? And do I have flexibility? Because I don't always control my own work schedule.
Yep. They meet during the day. Yeah, we usually meet around 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
I may not be there all the time, but I'm glad to step up.
Okay, great. Thank you. And you'll partner up with Laura on that. Awesome. And then I'll also work on the EDC awards with you guys as well.
And then,
obviously.
from Mike's perspective as a small business owner downtown, I don't know, again, how his capacity is and so forth, but I thought the holiday stuff, right? There's both Halloween and then sort of the stroll holiday-ish stuff. It would be great to also have a connection to the committee as we're working through that. A lot of that's Rotary Club or other civic clubs as well that are organizing. So there is a lot of a coordination.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe Mike would be interested in
And doing something
helping
like
with those, since they're very downtown, small business oriented.
that. Okay. Love it. Thank you, everyone, for your volunteerism. Karen? Yeah. This will just, I think this structure here will just give us, it'll just give us the framework that we need to kind of, to move forward here. So, all right, we did that, agenda, so the award.
Sandy, can I ask on the ambassadors, the business ambassador component, would it be possible for those of us that might be interested in helping out with that to be invited to a meeting to attend to kind of
100%
understand?
Yeah.
All right, that'd be
and
great.
part of it's going to be too is in recruiting more ambassadors, because right now we have Maureen, we've got Allison, Pete, who else is, and then Jennifer. And Jake. Nope, not anymore. Okay, so we have 4 right now. The goal would be to get to 10. I think that way we can really split the town up. So I think that's going to be part of it too. Danny, don't worry. We're not going to throw you to the wolves. We're here for you. We're in August. We're going to have a meeting. We're going to discuss the Halloween and the stroll.
No, in August, there is no meeting.
There is no meeting in August. Scratch that. In September, we'll talk a little bit about the Halloween and the holiday stroll. And we'll be figuring out who's going to be doing what for that. We'll also talk about the business assistance grant review. We'll have that. October, we're going to finalize the 2025 end of the year awards. We're going to decide on a final date, February, March. So we can figure what that looks like. Quarterly reports. So in October, we like each one of the committee chairs or committee member chairs to kind of talk about what they're doing. So those of you that are working with the ambassadors, EDC awards, working with the community groups, just in October, coming with this is what we've talked about. This is what what we've kind of said. And if we need to be able to share any information with them, we can do that. November, we'll deal with the holiday stroll, do some more event planning for the criteria for the awards, for the EDC awards, and have the committee be doing that. January, we'll do event planning, quarterly reports from the members. February, hopefully the EDC awards will be in February. We'll try to get back on track to the right schedule that we were on prior to COVID. And then March, April, May, and June, we just have we'll fill that calendar up as we go. So that's kind of the plan for the year. Any questions?
No. I mean, it just dawns on me that Leanne from the craft space might be really integral in some maybe downtown planning or event planning or something like that. If you.
Yeah.
She seems excited.
Yeah, she does. She seems like she wants to be part of it. So.
Yeah, which would be great. So it could be a great ambassador, could be, and that's what we're looking for is people that are just going to be excited.
I think without Holly, we've definitely lost some of our downtown business connections. So, adding to that, with Allison and stuff like that, I think would be helpful.
Yep. Sounds good. Awesome. Any questions, comments, just further discussion on any of that?
Yeah, I do.
Yep.
So some thoughts, because you just brought up a good point, and you also brought up an excellent point, Laura. Those 2 major events coming up, Holiday Stroll and the Halloween. Was there any thoughts about building a small business committee around here for those events? Like a subcommittee? Because the tie-in is all those people to help you be successful. And I think it's just tapping someone on the shoulder saying, this is what's coming up. Would you like to be involved in that process? Just throwing it out there.
Allison, do you have any thoughts on that?
Do you mean bring in other businesses, like business owners? And I think that's a phenomenal idea.
Yeah,
Well,
it's buy-in, so I think that's the good thing. So.
Well, I think the cadence of the meetings as it relates to the, the business awards, the same thing needs to happen for, the holiday stroll and stuff, I've already had people asking me down on Lyman Street if they can be involved in the stroll for this year. I mean, so there's a lot of anticipation, a lot of pent-up interest.
So many iterations of that event that, the town has been involved, the town hasn't been involved, Route 9 businesses are involved, Route 9 businesses aren't involved. So I think we just need a solid plan, and I am happy to help with that. I know that some of you know that Holly and I kind of tried to
Right.
get that going in the first place years ago, and
You do, you need more help. You need a committee of small
Well,
businesses.
I was going to say a subcommittee for that event. I mean, even though the Halloween thing is great, it doesn't have the visibility and the impact, I don't think, of the holiday stroll.
yeah, people aren't going into your businesses. I mean, we're standing outside for the Halloween event, and it's awesome, and people appreciate it. But just getting people into your door as a small business owner is what I'm all about. Like, I just need eyes on my business, and whether they're ever going to visit us again or not is a whole nother thing. But they know that we're there.
Yeah, I think about, because that was a big discussion we had, I think, after, is building that presence, and building that marketing, and the more small businesses that get involved, the marketing will grow, because everybody's going to promote it, right? So, and how many businesses do we have last year?
So Stroll was a little iffy because
that's fine.
I didn't. There were many different events,
Yeah.
but there was like 33.
Okay.
And then I think we had 40 or 50 for the Halloween. But I agree. I think that there are a lot of people who would like to step up and help. There's a lot of enthusiasm for it. It just involves a lot of planning. I'd like to see more businesses involved in the parade, that happens, and all sorts of things as well. So, I just think that there's definitely room for improvement on that.
Is there a plan for the passport again this year?
Let's talk about it.
Okay.
Well, I think they're all great things, but I think we have to pick one and hit it hard.
Right.
And I guess that would be the stroll.
That would be the stroll.
You know.
If you're going to support this business community, then what she's talking about, that passport, our job is to get people to spend money in our local businesses. That's economic development. So I love the Halloween. I think that's a great community event. It seems like more enthusiasm is building on that, but the passport program needs to grow. And we need to get people into our local businesses.
Yeah, that one was like for 3 weeks, right? Trying to get them
so there's
in
education about it, buy-in from the small business, and their marketing part of it. You need all three.
Yeah.
And that can just grow and grow and grow and grow.
And I think it's something that, Westborough TV can be involved in, that we can, blast it out from there. I know Community Advocate is really good about letting the community know about things like that, but it does have to be a grassroots thing coming from small.
Yeah, there's a surprising amount of interest in it already. Yeah.
And I think the part about that, what you talked about, is it's got to go past Route 9. There's more businesses that want to be part of it.
Yeah. Allison, I've got some bandwidth in August, so why don't we get together and just do some brainstorming and see if we can come back in September to.
Once I get past the 4th of July.
Yeah.
I mean,
Until then, I'm not around.
And Dave's happy to jump in on that too. So yeah, maybe we can.
and maybe we can get the lady from the craft space to get hooked. Yeah.
Super, pumped about
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
This is
while
great.
the iron is hot.
That's awesome. Yeah, and that's really, with Laura being now almost a year, kind of, having gone through all this for now, the earlier we start to plan, the earlier we start to market, the better off we're all going to be, and the better off our businesses are going to be.
Yeah, to get the list of businesses way ahead of time.
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah. Shelby, Islam, Jenny, or Danny, any comments on any of that discussion?
No comments.
We're good, thank you.
Yeah, my only comment would be as it relates to, on the civic side, obviously, please keep me in the loop, send me the invite. I'll do what I can to attend, because I do think that there's overlap and collaborative opportunities.
Awesome. Great. Thank you so much. You guys are the best. All right. If no one else has any other comments, we're going to move on to the agenda. Ginny, Department Planning Report.
I don't have too much to update on. We continue to work on the downtown plan and with the consultant to hammer out the details on what we're proposing. We had a lot of good feedback on the plan from the public and the business owners, and we continue to gather that feedback. looking at the responses that we did get, I do want to see more of a response from the downtown business owners. So Laura and I have been talking about, how we can obtain that through, more survey work, potentially, or just going around again and talking to the businesses, because when we did go door to door, I know we heard a lot of feedback about how the business owners overall felt that the Rotary was unsafe and in some ways deterred people from visiting their business. So just understanding a little bit more about that, and understanding more about parking utilization too. How do your clients get to your business? Where do they park? Things like that those are really important details that we need to know as we're evaluating, how to work on the plan. So we'll continue to work on that, but if anybody has any thoughts or ideas, I'm definitely open to hearing them.
Thank you very much. Anyone have any questions for Jenny?
Can I just also add that I think I'm really relying on Jenny and her team on the planning side, especially on the downtown side, on the downtown planning, to really, I guess, in some ways give direction, right, to a lot of the work that I'm doing. So I just think that they work hand in hand, and I'm, very appreciative that we have this planning going on. So, because economic development is not planning, it's action, right? But you don't want to just be scattered with your actions, right? So it's, to me, we're very much integrated. So I just, just for the record.
Any comments? No? Thank you, Jenny, very, very much. Appreciate that. Laura, you are up. Wayfinding and branding.
I don't know if you're going to be able to see this. Do I share? All right, I'm technologically declined this. No, see? I'm unplugging. I don't know what just happened.
Okay. Okay.
Aiden! Okay. I don't know. Is everyone here? What happened to the screen?
They're still here.
Okay.
Okay.
Taking your screen.
Yep, we can still see you.
Still here.
Okay.
All right.
And
Well,
hear
I'm not plugging my screen in. I don't.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Share it with the teams.
I don't want to do anything right now with this.
Okay.
I'm just going to go through my report. I just wanted to give a branding and wayfinding project update. We are very near completion of the first phase, which is the beta consulting piece of it, which is branding, which we all know about. And then the sort of the second piece to that is preliminarily providing guidance as to where both like sort of road signs would go that says town hall this way, kind of directional roads, and then also the signage that would say here you're at town hall, right, or a parking structure. So that's that'll be preliminarily that report is preliminary, and it is going to the select board on the August 14th meeting.
I think it's-
August 12th?
Whatever that
I have the
Tuesday
14th.
is.
You told me the 14th yesterday.
Well,
I don't know if that's,
maybe
whatever
not.
the Tuesday is.
I'll update it in a second.
I apologize.
It would be the 12th.
12,
the
pardon
12th, I
me.
thought it was.
Okay.
Thanks,
We've talked to the school department, we've talked to the town manager, we've brought it to Public Works, we've tried to bring it to all the departments for their feedback as well. And I am currently evaluating options on the request for information for the design, fabrication, and installation. So everything will need to be done by June of 2026. So the RFI sometime this summer, try to get moving on getting the signs like a shop design and then fabricated and installed. So hopefully that's gonna all work out in the next year or thereabouts,
Yeah,
right?
nice, okay.
Okay, so for today's meeting, I thought I keep a running tally, I'll just call it a tracker of calls that I get, businesses that I'm assisting with, meetings that I'm taking, site selection requests, etc. So I sort of tallied all that for you guys because at 9 months, I thought let me just give sort of an update to everyone. So far we've held 16 and give or take, I might not have tallied correctly, one-stop meetings because we've had some internal meetings as well. But a lot of one-stop meetings are entailing multi-family developments or subdivisions, and then also more commercial operations, right? Moving into this particular place, what I'll need a big building permit. How do I get through that? I've had 27 site selection inquiries, retailers, entertainment, office, etc. Not all of them have panned out. We've had 8 site selection successes, restaurant, office, entertainment in those areas. Business meetings that I've held for manufacturers, large businesses, in the health division. I've held 17 meetings. Overall, Westborough has seen about 21 new businesses, food markets, remodelers, health and beauty, manufacturing. And then there's been, that I know of at least, there's been 3 business expansions, dance studio, restaurant, and retails. So I would say that I don't think that we've had any really big, like an Olympus, right? But I feel very strongly that small businesses, being the heart, grow. They grow into big businesses, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm pleased. I hope that the numbers will increase now that we have all our marketing, that we have the business guide and so forth. So that's kind of where I've been at this year. And then we talked a little bit about the LRRP projects, and I recently did a review of it for Jenny was asked to put together a report on what we've on our goals, and so I reviewed that. There were 11 original recommendations, and we have completed or are near completion of 10 of those. Successfully implemented initiatives, including the outdoor dining toolkit. I think there's room to grow on that one, though. Online business directory, we didn't stick with it, but we had it. Shop local marketing campaigns, minority and women-owned business plan, and pop-up retail events, including nighttime stuff. And then we're close to completion on the amendments to a zoning signage bylaw, the branding and wayfinding efforts, a creation of the pop-up seating and public art, and initiatives to enhance pedestrian and bicycle mobility. And the only recommendation yet to be implemented is a revamp of the town's website to include interactive data features, which costs a lot of money. And I'm not sure exactly the details of that particular, it's like a small little blurb. You should update your website. I don't really. I think it's more, more bells and whistles on the website. Maybe the AI feature could help. and so forth. But that's, I mean, I feel like most of this stuff was really in the works before I got here, so I commend everyone who's worked on these efforts. And I think that, I guess to take this, I think the first time we did a pop-up shop, it was maybe a little, it's harder because it's the first time, but now we've done it, so we can work on it again. Is there adequate space that we could keep a rolling pop-up shop going, right? Things like that. So that's kind of the things that we'll be looking at.
What about the space next to the coop that's been vacant?
Yeah.
I'm just,
I mean, it's not my space.
You're right.
It's also an odd, the layout of it is odd.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's a good thought. I could talk to the property owner and see about that.
Good.
But
Well, let me, so we've had an internal meeting on that. We're trying to develop it to the town plan on that, so more to come on that.
Okay, it's just been empty for a while, so it's downtown.
You mean the pop-ups?
You're talking about specifically the space beside
Yeah, I was
the
just
coop?
talking about
Yes.
the space. It's been empty for a while, so.
Yeah. But you're internal to the building or external?
External.
Oh, yeah, that alleyway.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so there'll be more to come on.
No. She is talking
Except
about the
it's
retail space next to the coop.
Yeah.
There we go.
The retail space next
Retail
to
on the left,
Pub-
open
yeah.
space on the right.
And we're talking about something else in the open space between the two buildings.
Yeah.
Right.
Those are,
Brought up by Pete Allen last time. Is that?
Well, we
Right,
got
we're
it,
talking
yeah.
about the
I know
retail
what she's
space.
talking about.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, anywho. Okay.
I have,
Okay.
Sandy, just so you know, I have reached out to a lot of businesses and showed them that space.
Yeah.
Like, hey, would this be a space? So I'm kind of marketing it as well because I would like to really see.
I just think if you have a pop-up out there, a couple of if that's our pop-up place, then maybe it will drive some.
It's a great idea. I'm going to talk to the building owner about it because I know that
idea.
she's anxious to get it filled.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's the end of my report.
Great. Any questions? Anyone on screen that we can't see? Shelby, Eslam, Danny? Jenny?
Yeah, if I could. Laura, thank you so much for this update. This is great. My request would be that it's added to the EDC's webpage as an update. I think it's important that people be able to go and see this and see the progress. I will certainly carry, if I could get a copy of that, I'd love to be able to give a summary of that back to the select board. And my only question was information that wasn't included was how many businesses departed Westborough and what was the period of time that this update reflected?
The update, so I started in October of 2024. So that's when I started tracking.
Okay.
Although, give it a month because I probably didn't start tracking in the first month. And as far as any businesses that left, I'm only aware of Vivacity downtown and Tavolino's. Yeah. So, but that's great feedback, Shelby. I can certainly add that to my tracker. Just that's a good one to add.
Okay. And I guess how would maybe a broader question, maybe you just can update us at some other point, unless someone actually holds some sort of license, like an alcohol license or whatever, how would you even know if someone was leaving?
You don't necessarily.
I do believe that in relationships in the business community is vital. Right.
Yep.
And that's how I found out about things moving in too. Right. So the ambassadors play a big role in that. One of the reasons why we'd really like that to be
on all that too.
more.
He's up to date on it. Westborough's always putting that stuff out there. Uno's closed, if y'all remember. Uno's closed in the last year. So there've been more. So it would be good to know.
Uno's closed before I got here.
Yeah.
So we're looking at a calendar year, Shelby, or what time period are you looking at?
Well, Laura was just.
Whatever. Yeah,
Yeah,
whatever
Laura-
Laura decides is her, I mean, I love these updates. So I appreciate that when you're tracking it, great information. Let's be able to put it in a format that extends beyond, this meeting in Westborough TV recording it. Let's put it out there so folks can read it, and it's good information to have and be able to kind of measure our success or as well as opportunities.
Yeah. Great. That's awesome. Great job.
So one thing I also wanted to add, if I could.
Yeah, of course.
The sign bylaw, we are in the process of hiring a third party to look at that and review the sign bylaw for the town. So we'll update you on that too. See where that goes, yeah. That's always a challenging exercise.
we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
No, thank you. That's good. I'm glad the third party kind of taking a look at it is good. Awesome.
Yes, it
Fred,
is.
I'm curious, on the sign bylaw, is that an entity other than like legal counsel?
Well, yeah, so it would, the bylaw itself is ingrained in the zoning bylaw. So the third party, we had money through the earmark to actually have the third party review and recommend changes, alterations to the sign bylaw. So it'll be a whole process that'll eventually go to the planning board for recommendation to town meeting. So I don't have the timelines. We're just in the process of signing the contract with that, or the agreement with that third party. So I really don't have a timeline yet.
Yeah. But
It's
at
kind
least,
of early in the process.
For you guys, as people are talking about the signage and kind of
Right.
the challenges that people have, just let them know that the town is looking at that.
Yeah,
So I
there's
think
always
those are important.
the kind of yin and yang between the business owners and the town residents.
Yeah.
There's always that, whatever,
Yeah, that healthy conversation.
Yes, that's a good way of
that
saying
healthy
it.
conversation.
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I guess, well, I'll take it offline because it's a specific signing bylaw question, so I don't think it's appropriate here.
Okay, great. Eslam, do you
Thanks.
have anything that you want to add for the meeting today? Anything you want to add?
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Sandy.
Okay, great. Danny, how was your first meeting? Everything go okay for you? Any questions? He's in the car in the Uber.
Still in the
Yeah.
Uber.
Yeah.
Everything's okay. No,
Awesome.
everything's okay. So my Uber ride just canceled on me, so I'm kind of like wondering how I'm going to get to the airport.
Oh, man. Good luck.
Thank you for
I know.
joining us. Yeah.
Yeah. See you guys next time.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Great. So any new business for anybody? I have. Good. Yep.
So I have some questions. Is there any further update about that $50,000 donation for that open space and what the thought process is for that?
That's
Is there any
that's what you were talking about earlier.
Yeah, I'd defer that to the town manager who's not here
Okay.
now. Or I think there's going to be conversations with the select board on that, but I'm not fully versed on all that.
That's
Okay,
fine.
thank you.
Secondly, I've seen some activity over the plaza with Fresh Monkey, some new signage up there. Are there some new businesses moving in? Like nails salon or something? Is something going on over there?
There was the spa was changed ownership
Okay.
from father to son, and they changed the name. So they did apply for a sign permit to get that sign. The smoke, I don't know which one I don't know.
To the left of Papagino's, there's some new signage up there.
Well, so there's also the dance studio that went out.
Yeah.
A new dance studio. Well, it was one of the relocations.
Okay.
Expansion moved in, and we're working to get she's working through the sign permitting process on that as well.
Yep.
So that was, there's a spa there that I saw new signage. I didn't see anything else though.
It just seems like there's some
Activity.
I
on
didn't
it?
see any activity coming out of it, but I do see some new signage over there, so.
Yeah, I think that was the spa, and that was, well, anyway.
Well, that gives
They
me
did apply
excuse
for a
to go to
permit
the
and
restaurant.
they were offered, you know, they had the permit, so.
And was the former Uno's property, it seems like there's been some work inside.
Yeah, there's a active building permit on that, so I don't know the timing of that, but.
Yeah.
On the Uno's?
Yeah,
Oh, Uno's.
Yes, Uno's, the Indian.
Yeah, we talked about this before. It's an Indian restaurant.
Yeah, but I
Right.
just
Yeah.
haven't seen any more activity, whether there's a timeline
they
of
had a
opening.
lot to do.
Okay.
They are, though, if I'm not mistaken, there's definitely activity like, you know, going in and reviewing the building permit stuff. So they're making progress.
Excited to see the new restaurant coming into Westborough too, called Chill, which is amazing. Yes. So
They
from
don't have a
Marlboro.
building permit, so
I'm sure
I don't
they're
know
gonna be
what's
working
going
on
on
one.
with that.
Yeah, yes.
I know they're going to be working on one, right? Yes.
It
Okay.
should be, yeah. I think the interior is going to be slightly different than the Mexican restaurant when it was there, so I'm
I
assuming
think they're
that-
looking at the inside, and they'll be pulling all that, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Well, they've gotten all the business resource guide, and I've sent a lot of emails saying
Yeah.
we're here to help.
I'm sure they'll be moving along, but they have whatever they're going to do to it. It's not going to look like what it does look like inside now.
I wouldn't think so, but
No.
we don't know that factually. I guess.
That's fair.
Excellent.
Okay.
Anybody else in new business? Okay, good. Everyone's good. Okay, our next meeting.
Sandy,
Sure.
Sandy, if I can just, again, stepping a little bit out of my select board role on this one, just want to give the EDC members a heads up that there's a new business coming forward before the select board at our next meeting for an alcohol license request at the former location of Tavolino.
Okay.
And I'm stepping out of that role because I am one of the business owners of that.
Great. Thank you. I know. Exactly.
Shelby, I just want to say it's the worst kept secret in Westborough. Worst kept. It's
good.
Everybody's excited
Awesome.
about it.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
Fred.
Good.
So
All
the
right,
town,
well, good. I'm glad it's go ahead.
I'm sorry, Shelby. So the town is working with both the property owner and the prospective operator of that restaurant. So they're working through the permit process as we speak.
Shelby, I just want to say 2 thumbs up. We're excited. So, okay.
Thank you. So are we. So anyway, just on the heels of new business. So
Oh, great. Well, thank you so much. All right, our next meeting is scheduled for the Westborough, for us is September 2nd. That is the Tuesday before Labor Day.
Right after.
Right after.
Right after Labor Day? Okay, that's the Tuesday right after Labor Day. Sorry.
That's always a tough week, though.
Yeah, so do we want to go the following Tuesday?
Without having my calendar, I probably can do it.
Why don't we put, you want to send it out? Can you send an email out to the EDC and then people can answer you individually whether that works or not? Yeah, okay,
That's,
that'd be great.
historically, it's been kind of a tough
Yeah.
weekend.
For sure.
It's an early Labor Day.
Yeah.
It's as early as it can be, September 1st, so.
So
I always change my board meeting for that. too.
we
Yeah.
may do the 8th, so stay tuned on that. Allison, thank you so much for coming and your contributions today. Eslam, Shelby, thank you very much. Motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn?
Seconded.
Leonardo, yes.
Chapman, yes.
Bagden, yes.
Coker, yes.
Le Pen, yes.
Marshall, yes.
All right, motion, meeting adjourned. Have a great day.
Sold.
Thank you.